In spring of 2022, Indiana's high school assessment for accountability is changing to the SAT. The SAT will be administered digitally to juniors across the state. This presentation is intended to provide educators and students some information about what they can expect with the SAT digital administration. As schools plan their testing schedule for the SAT school day, this is the typical breakdown of time for a standard room of students testing. This includes only the testing time and standard breaks, though additional time will need to be included within the day's schedule to account for students taking their seats, logging into the system, passing out and collecting test tickets, lunch breaks, and other administrative activities. Students with certain approved accommodations may utilize a different schedule as needed to provide the necessary accommodations to those students. A paper administration of the SAT is available as an accommodation for appropriate student situations. College Board's digital testing portal is the central location to identify resources and information related to the administration of College Board's digital tests. Testing coordinators and technology staff will find this site helpful in checking the technical readiness of their systems for the SAT school day digital administration and to practice the steps of giving a digital test. College Board delivers their tests, including the SAT, using the systems from Cambium Assessment Incorporated, or CAI. Indiana educators and students will be familiar with many of these tools because they're the same systems used by CAI to deliver the current iStep Plus, iLearn, and IAM assessments. The first system that educators will need to interface with is the Test Information Distribution Engine, or TIDE. This system is used by the School Test Coordinators, or STCs, to manage data and configure digital assessments ahead of test day. It tracks student and staff data, including allowing the STCs to create and manage testing rosters. STCs should validate that students with accommodations have those reflected in this system. The system is also used for printing student test tickets, as well as monitoring digital test sessions. Student accommodation should already be entered through the Services for Students with Disabilities, or SSD, online system. College Board will approve student accommodations to result in a college reportable score through SSD. In addition, the SSD coordinator at each school will also go into TIDE to set up students with accommodations so that they will receive the appropriate embedded accommodations for their digital test. During testing, the test administrator, or TA, uses the TA interface to create test sessions. While logged into the TA interface, the TA is able to admit students into the test session, monitor their test status and timing, identify students that are having issues, pause student tests, and otherwise manage the test session. Again, this system is familiar to many Indiana educators because it is the same TA interface used to administer other Indiana assessments. The students engage with the testing through the secure browser, which must be downloaded onto each testing device. The testing devices for SAT must be school-owned machines. When the secure browser runs, it restricts access to other prohibited applications while the student is logged in to the secure browser. The student enters the session ID when logging in, and the TA will approve the student to enter the testing session from the TA interface. While logged into the test sessions, the secure browser is where the student will record their responses. While the previous resources can help administrators and testing coordinators to set their expectations for the digital SAT administration, College Board also has resources to help students prepare for the digital SAT. The Student Digital Test Preview allows students to interact with a system that mirrors what they will see in the live testing. For teachers and students who have utilized previous samples in the released items repository for iLearn or the online experience for iStep Plus, the Student Digital Test Preview performs a similar function so that students can get a feel for what it would be like to log into the test. The College Board website also has links to other resources for students, such as free practice and test preparation through Khan Academy. If you have any questions about the digital SAT administration or any technical issues related to any of the systems, Please contact College Board with those concerns. Throughout fall and winter of the 2021 and 2022 school year, College Board and the Indiana Department of Education will be scheduling training across the state in both in-person and virtual formats to distribute additional details about how to implement the SAT school day for the first administration in spring of 2022. If you cannot find an answer to your question, please reach out to the Office of Student Assessment by either email or phone.